This is a model steam engine I got, and I spent a bit of time just checking everything out mechanically on it, making sure it's reasonably safe and just giving it a small polish. Now, I haven't finished doing it up. There's a bit of verdigris on the side of the cylinder, but I am going to finish that off once I know it's working, because I don't want to have to dismantle it and then have to polish it all up again. So I'm going to try and light it. Here goes. Okay, I have it lighting now. All I'm using is a fire lighter actually, and just a small piece. Now, actually even looking at that, it might be too big, but sure, we'll find out soon enough. I have a garden hose on standby in case it all goes horribly wrong. But yeah, leave it for a while, let it heat up, and hopefully it'll work. I've seen it working a few years ago anyway, so I do know it did work at one stage, but how well it works now, I don't know. We won't be long about finding out. Okay, it's starting to get hot now anyway, and what I've done is I've left the whistle open on the side there, just as an indication when we're starting to get a bit of steam pressure up. I mean, there is a safety valve up there on the top, but given the fact that this is so old, I don't know how well it's working, so you have to exercise some degree of caution here. Once we start getting a bit of steam pressure, I'll try opening the steam valve, which is there on the right, just there, and we'll see if we start getting a bit of movement on the flywheel. I'll just show you around here. There is a flywheel, and there's actually 3 belt drivers on it. If anybody knows what this was actually used for, if anything other than just a hobby or a demonstration, please do let me know. There's the belt drive here, and there's one here, and then there's obviously the smaller one on the inside there too. And you can see just a drive there for the valve, which is down the back of the piston. So yeah. The other thing as well, I am not sure that I'm using the right fuel for this, because when I remember seeing it being used before, there was a different type of little thing that looked similar to a firelighter but didn't put off as much smoke as this, and hence it didn't blacken it so much. But yeah, I'm open to suggestions on that as well. Any advice anyone can give me, it's greatly appreciated. Okay, I'm starting to see why steam engines used to take so long to warm up. I mean, we're waiting here ages now, but we've got a little bit of steam pressure now, so let's see what happens when we open this. Give it a little help. Not a whole lot yet, but we'll get there in the end. We're starting to get something out of it now. It's trying now, so I mean, even with the little reminds me of trying to start an old engine that's been sitting up for ages. Well, it kind of is actually that, but like a diesel or petrol engine. Trying to crank it for ages before it'll actually take to life. We do have steam, so we're getting somewhere. In hindsight, I probably should have started by putting hot water into it. I actually started with cold water, so it's a tall order to ask firelighters to heat all this amount of water. I think we have liftoff. Hey. close it off for a minute, let it build up a bit more pressure, and we'll get it going properly now. Here we are now. You really have to get this thing hot to get it working properly. I've used a lot of fire lighters, and I ended up when it lost a lot of its water, I put some hot water into it, so I kind of gave it a bit of a head start. But I am outside here, and it's maybe 8 degrees today, so it's not even that warm. So you know, I mean, it does have to work hard to get up to temperature. That, and I don't know when it's from, how old it is, or anything like that. Okay, now I've got the fire properly hot. Be interested to see if it'll stay going or not. It's not going to be propelling any trains anytime soon, but it's not doing too bad. We'll give it a bit of time. I'll leave the fire burn for another little bit. As you can see, when you open the little tap, it's hot enough anyway. If nothing else, you can make yourself a nice cup of coffee with that water now. But I don't think that's exactly the point. What I'm hoping to achieve here is to get a consistent speed where it doesn't run down. But it's kind of slowing up there a bit now. Okay, I think we've got ourselves a bit of steam pressure here now. If I give it a little bit of a nudge. Away she goes. Doesn't exactly turn with the greatest amount of force now, but that's not hardly the point, I think, in this case. Leave it go for another little while. Fire's burning down again. I had the fire quite big there a minute ago, and that's how we got such a good speed out of it. Using a matchstick as a poker here. The water needs to be as close to boiling as you're going to get. I mean, probably a bit more, considering there's a bit of pressure in there. It'll be a bit more temperature. I think we finally got what we were looking for here. It's staying going now. I tell you one thing, steam engines are heavy on fuel. They really use a lot. I can understand why they used to have a whole trailer full of coal on steam engines. As I said earlier, if anybody has any information about this engine at all, please let me know in the comment section, because I'm dying to find out myself. I know nothing about it aside from what you see in front of you here. There you go. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Please do leave comments in the comment section if you know anything about this, and or if you have any questions. If I can answer them, I will. Thanks. Bye.